more trendy items tend to get a little bit of a bad rep, okay? They're there for a couple of seasons, everybody's obsessed with it, and then it falls off a cliff, and then you're the idiot because you bought something that didn't stand the test of time and blah, 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 and God forbid your bag, shoes, or clothes are out of style, right? So I've decided to put this to the test for myself, and I have got, I think, like 10 items that were viral or trendy or trending or whatever you want to, what word you want to use, and I'm going to tell you whether or not I still use them, how I feel about them, am I happy that I made the purchase, am I not, all of that. They are surrounding me and we're going to get into it. And yeah, maybe this is a lesson on if buying trendy things is a good spend of money or not, or you're just here to hang out with me for just under 20 minutes or something like that. Kayla Marcy of Oat Garbage on Substack, she has a Substack newsletter, did a post about this topic in particular, going through her like once viral items. I will have that linked below. Shameless plug, I too have a Substack now, so that'll be below. But guys, if you're new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably gonna love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Well, I suppose this video will tell. Ha ha ha, never. Let's kick it off with an absolute legendary item. The Givenchy Bambi t-shirt. Let me give you context, okay? Riccardo Tisci was creative designer for the brand. He was merging this like addictive streetwear style mixed with like his couture was just over the top and like intricate and beautiful and sort of haunting. Whatever it was electric and I was eating it up. I even at the time had like a knockoff Givenchy t-shirt. Was the brand called like Contraband or something like that? Something like that. It had like a naughty little name, and instead of Givenchy it said Givenchy across the top. You know, I was 20. What do you say? I was maybe even less than 20, I'm not sure. You know, this was the time of the Rottweiler, the shark, the stars across the neckline, right? It was just so good, and you really had to be there. I'm sorry, you really did. But the Barbie collection in particular, I remember was really hard to get your hands on, and there was like a lace t-shirt version that I thought was so cool, and there was a sweatshirt, like jumpery one, and I was in Selfridges and they had the t-shirt and I was with my mum. It's like two t-shirts, what's it called, sewed together, right? You've got Bambi and then you have this sort of woman from a painting, probably. Yes. Art. This was everything to me. And how did I wear it? So glad you asked. Because as a 20-year-old who threw fear to the wind, she wore this. I say she because this was a totally different person. She wore this alone with tights and heels out to the club. And whilst I may not wear that in the same way today, my gosh, is this just like a piece of fashion history that means a lot to me. Like, this was a certain time in my life and I just thought that this collection was incredible and so cool and who I wanted to be and all of that. And I do still wear it to this day. I need to wear her more, but I'm almost like a bit too precious with it because I'm like, this is an archive piece. One day when I'm long and gone and, you know, Christie's or Sotheby's does an auction of my pieces, like, this is something that would be in that, right? So I'm a little bit precious with her, and it's funny because I'm really not like that with a lot of my items. I will wear things and all of this, but I don't know if it's because of the screen printing and I'm like, I don't want to wash it too much and I don't want this to like crack, and anyway, I love it. And this is something that's like, I don't care if this was a sudden trend. This was a time in my life, and I have deep respect for that era of Givenchy and what it meant to me, you know, trying to be fabulous and get my degree and see what was next for myself in the world. Spoiler alert, Cassie, it really doesn't go the way you thought, but in a good way. The next item, the Dior saddlebag. I've told this story many times, but this bag was one of the few bags growing up that like cemented itself in my memory. I thought of it when I thought of luxury fashion or it girls or women that I wanted to be like and stuff like that. This bag came up. So when it was re-released in 2018, I jumped at the chance. This was one of those pieces that it's like, now I have adult money. Like, come on, now is my chance to have this bag, right? Although a classic piece now. This was very, very, very much viral at the time because it was gifted to a load of influencers. And it was the first time that we really sort of saw it to this level. Oh my gosh, for like a week after it was launched, it was just like hashtag Dior saddle over and over and over and over and over again. And even if I wasn't interested in buying this bag because of what it meant to me as like a tween, I would have been interested after being plagued by the posts featuring this bag on social media. So either way, it got to me. I'm happy to have this bag. I think because of what it means to me and all of that, it's not a bag that I would ever part with. And obviously there have been price increases, so I'm very happy to have gotten this bag at the price that I got it at. The version with the strap is $4,400, or if I want this and for it to say Christian Dior across the front, it's $3,950. Very happy to have bought it when I did, thank you very much. But I think now, if I didn't have a saddlebag, wanted to get a saddlebag, I think that I'd go for a vintage version because they're just so much more unique than the versions now. They do make different versions with different collections, but they're not as artistic as the vintage versions, let's be honest, because there are some like crazy ones. There's an amazing vintage version that's leopard. I know I'm in my leopard phase. Okay, I'm 2 feet in, I'm very excited to be here. And it's with a green ostrich top handle. That one is great. So that's how I feel about her. I need to mend this relationship because now I feel really guilty about that. These sodding shoes. Okay, when was this? Spring, summer 2022. This was the pair of Chanel shoes to have. This was the it shoe and I went mental for them. They came in 3 different heel heights. This was the medium heel height. They came in different colour variations. There was pink with black CCs, black with white CCs, white with black CCs. I think that might be all of them. I don't know what it is. It's the logo mania for me. It really is that did it for me. Let me not lie and tell you that it was the design of the peak of the toe that really reeled me in. It's not. The day that this launched, there was a queue around the, like actually down the back of the shop on Chanel on Sloane Street. I stayed in that sodding queue, got in, because I was getting a pair for my mum and then I wanted a pair as well. My mum had one on hold, they didn't have any for me, good luck to me. Ended up finding a friend, we went to Harrods and through an essay she knew. I had to be squirreled into a back room like I was being offered a Birkin so that nobody else in the store would know and then ask for the shoes and whatever. And they were like, this is the only pair we have in, I think I just wanted the white pair. I didn't want pink. I think it was just I just wanted whatever it was in white. And I wanted the higher version because you know me, I love a good high heel. Okay, it's either that or it's a sneaker, there's hardly any in between. So this was the only one and I went for it because I was like, beggars can't be choosers. This is the one I've been given. This is the pair that chose me. So I went for these and whilst I do still wish that I'd got the tall ones, there was no opportunity for me to have the higher ones. I am actually really quite happy about the fact that I have this heel height because it does come in handy. When I don't want to be all the higher the heel, the closer to God, teeter-tottering, keeping my fingers crossed with every move that I make that I'm not gonna slam my ankle into the floor, right? This is a sensible little heel for me. Maybe I should have 1 or 2 pairs of sensible heels, you know, so I'm happy for her. I'm very glad that I did get these. I do like them. And they're also a heel that, you know, I can wear now. I can wear when I'm 85. So, longevity! The next one is probably actually a bit telling because I don't have it in here. It's folded into one of my seasonal boxes and I couldn't be bothered to get it out. Gosh, when was it? 2021! This was almost like the level of the Dior saddlebag. You could not escape from the Mugler spiral range. It was the bodysuit, it was the leggings, it was the jeans. I tried to get the leggings and I couldn't. They were sold out in my size and it's for the best. It really is. I ended up going for a bodysuit that wasn't even the exact spiral bodysuit, but it was a sort of stepsister of it that I did wear and I'm not gonna get rid of it. I like it. It's my little piece of like IG baddie fashion history. This whole range, it spread far and wide and it was very sort of like Fashion Nova duped. Now if it came out, would I bought it? 100%. I'm not gonna be 2 ways about it. So I have the bodysuit, I like it. I like it if I'm going somewhere for a certain amount of time and I'm not wearing that the whole day because it is an unforgiving bodysuit, if you know what I mean with the way it fastens. Yeah, let's not get into details, but it's not something you want to be in for 8 hours. But I do think it looks great. I love the illusion of it, all of that. And I will still bring it out for the odd, like, girls' night out. When am I going on a girls' night out? I need to have one. Happy to have it. Glad I didn't get the full look, though. All these things as well, they might be trendy, but it is about how you style it in a new and a fresh way that keeps it interesting for you as well. And you're excited to bring it out again. I do feel like my style has slightly changed, but there are pieces like that I'm like, do you want to know what? Right time and place, let's get her out. I don't tend to get like trending sunglasses, and these were actually a gift to me, and they weren't trendy at the time, and then they got very trendy, and now they've been overtaken by like the Celine Little Triomphe oval glasses and whatever else. These are the Miu Miu wraparound sunglasses, and I love them. Shout out to Julia, my lovely subscriber. Julia got these for me, and I'm obsessed with them. And the thing is that I would never have picked them off the website, you know, like, because I didn't know they existed. I didn't go to try them on or whatever. I would never have thought to look at them on the website, and when they arrived, I'm sorry, I've worn these so much. Love these. I love that they are not so dark and that you can see my eyes through. I love that they're this sort of like taupe thing. And I'm not just hyping it up because it was a really extravagant gift. I love these and I wear these all the time. These are incredibly light. They're unlike any other sunglasses that I have, and I think that that's why I really like them. And I think that these are not, the style is Y2K, but I think that the sunglasses in general are so easy to wear that I will wear these for years and years and years. And very happy with those. Hey, another 2019. The Jacquemus Le Chiquito. Now, if you're a seasoned subscriber, you know that I have 2 of these bags, and this is the most recent version of it. I have the light blue Le Chiquita, which was actually the predecessor to the Le Chiquito, and it had D-rings on the handle, so the handle moved, right? This time it's stationary. But this bag, it was the start of a lot of things for me. It was the start of TBE tiny bag energy. It was the start of my appreciation for mini bags and my introduction into Jacquemus as a brand. And whilst now I would not buy the Le Chiquito again, I do like having this bag, and I find it very handy, especially in the summer. I don't know why I box it in just to spring summer, but she gets boxed in that way with the thick strap. Glad she's in the collection. Would I buy this again today? No. I think that we've been bashed over the head by the Le Chiquito so many times that if you aren't head over heels in love with it, you probably aren't inclined to buy it. However, nonetheless, I still get my use out of her. Once again, it's all about the shoes for me. The Mach Mach double bow. What were they called? I don't know if they had more of a name than that. The bow heels. I was so overexcited to get these heels that I actually got the first drop, which is the drop that has the quality issues, because the straps overlap each other, and then the crystals, you've just got bald patches, right, where the crystals are falling out. The thing with these shoes is they sparkle like nobody's business, especially if it's an evening and it gets caught in a light or in a flash or whatever. These sparkle like a disco ball because of the way that the crystals are basically shoved in at all angles into what essentially is glue. They since changed the design of the shoes so that they don't overlap and so the crystals don't rub off and whatever else, and good for them for doing that, because a lot of brands just go, well, such is life. I haven't worn these since I moved to this country, which was almost 3 years ago. I haven't worn these since then. Was it overexposure? Possibly. I think I could sit here and lie and go, oh, the quality faults put me off, but that's never put me off before, and I would still wear them anyway. I think honestly, it's just I'm a bit over them. I'm a bit over them, and I roll my eyes when I see them out now, like in the shops, because I'm like, we're still bringing these out, are we? The Marine Serre top. This came in black with blue, it came in white, it came in black with red, there was like a beige one. This, once again, this and the legging, the full set, that was the look. Alright, once again, it was slightly giving sort of Fashion Nova-y. However, I didn't care. And again, I wanted the leggings, but they were sold out and I didn't get them, so I got the top, and I'm glad that I only got the top once again. A legging is not easy to style by itself. Like, you're either wearing the legging as it is or what? You're going to put it under a skirt and wear it as tights. Where there is a top we have options. This is a very, very tight like base layery kind of top. And I do still like this top, and this video has reminded me that I just need to bring her out a little bit more, because I especially like this under a jumper, and then I roll the sleeves up, so then you get like a little peek of the marine Serre. So I like doing it like that as almost a surprise as opposed to a full look. I think that makes the styling a little bit more interesting. And again, the moral of today's story, aside from the fact that some of these were great purchases and some maybe not so much, is styling things to keep them interesting, and so that, yeah, you're not afraid to buy a trendy piece because you can rework it in different ways. The next, I'm doing a 2-in-1 because they came out at the same time and they were sort of on the same spectrum-ish. The Versace Aevitas platform. Gosh, these are heavy. These are so heavy. Oh gosh. Again, fashion history, brats. Haven't worn these since I moved here. That's fine, because I don't regret getting them. Oh my gosh, I was so obsessed with these shoes. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till there's a fun color, because they really came out in the black and whatever. And then I saw the lilac and was like, well, my time is now. You know, you've got the little anklet with the dangling Medusa. It is fashiony and very trendy and very like viral and of the time and all of that. And it is in no way practical. And you know, it's got this huge box toe, and like I said, it weighs a ton, and you are literally kicking one leg forward after the other in order to, you know, walk in a straight line. But there is something so ridiculous about them that I'm happy that I have them. Do I wear them? No. Will I ever wear them again? Probably, yeah. So has her time semi-passed a little bit? And is this a little bit exaggerated for my vibe currently? Yes, but there's a time and a place. I feel like these the same way I do about the Mugler. Like, there's a time and a place, and the time will come and I will turn to them and be like, come on, let's brush the little dust off of you and let's take you out on the town, my love. Now, these shoes came out around the same time, and I feel completely opposite way than I do about the Versace Aevitas. The Valentino Tango pumps are a staple in my collection. I love them. If all of these shoes were taken away and I need to have shoes for like this for this occasion and this for this occasion, this would be on the list. I love them. They're so very me in that they are platformy, and you know, I love a platform. I love the almond toe, the patent. They go with everything, but the patent gives them, you know, like a little bit of shine and another dimension to the look and whatever. And I love these. They came out in like a sandal-y style. Yeah, like a sandal style. Again, platformed and all of that. And a load of them went into the sale because they were very trendy and viral, and then people got bored of them, as people do, and then people moved on. I didn't move on, and I'm really happy about my decision not to the point that I just bought the crystal versions, the fully crystal versions of these from the outlet, because I shall have an occasion. I think they're great. Are they a shoe that like, oh my gosh, they're the most comfortable thing in the world and you can dance all night in them? No. After a few hours, you're probably going to be like wriggling your big toe just to make sure that there's still sort of life in it. But they look great. And I am still that person that's like, curb to car, it's for a vibe, it's for a look, and you know, I'll deal with the consequences later, so there we go. That was my little whistle-stop tour through some of my most sort of trendy viral pieces in recent years. I'm not particularly unhappy with the decisions that I made there, even though most people would be like, I'm over it, time's past, whatever, and get rid of it. And maybe it's also my hoarder mentality, I don't know. Let me know which sort of viral pieces you have that you're really happy that you still have. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.